Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Rafe Cal. This is the end of Final Fantasy VI. We're gonna get our party ready, and then we're gonna go fight Kefka. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick check here to make sure that the characters I'm gonna be using actually have all the gear they need. That's why we're checking. Okay. So my other party must still have the magic rings on, or hero rings and such. Okay. That party's mostly good to go. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just pull all that off real quick. Realize I forgot something. We get to the point where those characters are coming in, there's something horribly wrong. Okay, so we're gonna go Hero's Ring, Miracle Shoes on Shadow. I am gonna toss Miracle Shoes and an earring on Rome. And the last Miracle Shoes will go on Sabin with a ribbon. Maybe. Yeah, let's go Muscle Belt. I'm not going to be using Go-Go. Unless something goes horribly wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna put Go-Go at the bottom of the list just to be safe there. Mistress, I forgot to equip Shadow again! He's supposed to have the... Oh, yeah, I just want a Gigas Glove on him. Why did I do it that way? So I should be able to give him a hero ring. And I pushed the button too many times. Great. Okay. So. Hero's Ring earring. Brigand's Glove, Thief Bracer. Hero's Ring. Soul of the Mazza. Let's go... I'm gonna toss a tent. So the way this boss works, we're going to be able to put all of our characters in order. And use whomever is available. And actually, I'm going to do another save here in the third slot, because I'm not sure how the post-game here works, and I want to make sure I've got it available. Actually, I just realized I didn't actually double check here, but I'm pretty sure these guys should all be good. Yeah. The reason I have lock equipped is because in the GPA version, there are items you can steal that we should be able to carry over into the post-game material. Okay, so we get all of our party members displayed out in front of us. Our nice little Kefka laugh there again. This is what I was saying again. Generic text, unfortunately. Whoever happens to be in the position where Edgar is will say those lines. And we find out that Kefka is basically just a nihilist. He doesn't feel there's meaning to anything. And did you all find your somethings in this broken world that just won't die? And we finally get our one line from each person about their motivation, about why they're here. Love, a person worth protecting. A wife and a child who live on within me. Friends and family. Which is especially significant since we haven't actually had that revealed fully. A peaceful kingdom. A loving brother who always looks out for me. Someone willing to accept me for who I am. An obnoxious grandpa who I couldn't live without. Wings from a dear old friend. New pals. You people make me sick, like you sound like lines from a self-help book. That's how it's going to be. I'll snuff them all out. Every last one of your sickening, happy little reasons for living. Raises a tower beneath him. People will always have dreams. There won't be anything left to dream about. We won't let you hurt any more people. Okay. And so we get to the fight. It ends here, Kefka. Okay, so we get to put these characters in order now. Now, the way this works is there's going to be 4 phases to the boss fight, and if any characters are dead or petrified at the end of the fight, or at the end of a tier, we lose the ability to use them. So we're gonna have Terra, Celes, Locke, and Shadow. From there, we're gonna go to Realm, Sabin, Mog, Edgar. Actually, yeah, Realm, Sabin, Cyan, Edgar, Gogo, Umaro. Gogo's not equipped right now, and Umaro can't be controlled, so if we get down to that point, we're in trouble. But we shouldn't. Okay, here it goes. This is a really cool boss fight. We're gonna go ahead and toss... Where is it? Does he not have haste? He does not have haste, Hastega. Okay. One down. Hastega. So Terra has the Soul of Themazic, which lets her attack twice. It's kind of sick. So she can cast 2 spells in one turn. Locke is basically here... to steal from the 3rd statue form. After that, we don't care. Okay, we don't have anybody with the water spells that I'm aware of. So we're gonna go ahead and just... let's just cast Blizzaga and Thundaga and see what sticks. Okay, first phase is done. This is where we get to the harder one. Also, it's worth mentioning, this is... I absolutely love this music. And this is very... I feel like this is where a lot of Sephiroth came from. Specifically this. Let's go... Imp... Blizzaga. Apparently, her magic evasion is so high that she is getting magic evasion on herself. Which is unfortunate. Because I think I got rid of the green... Oh no, we still got a green cherry. Okay. Well, we'll still blast the crap out of everything with Blizzaga a couple times. There. That's not what I wanted. So this is slightly weaker than a lot of things could be, but It's good against the tiger. See if this works. Okay. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Saga, Blizzaga. May need to send Terra into trance mode soon. I just don't want it to run out while she's... like, while we're still in the middle of the fight. Okay, let's go. Oh, what do we have left? All three. So let's go with. Let's see how Thundaga works. Okay, the one in the back is weak to Earth, so we're not going to be able to really do much against her without casting Quake. Which I guess we could do, but I don't know if anybody here in this group actually has it. We're just going to take out the back one if we can. And then we'll work on the front with physical attacks. Oli. Locke's got the Paladin shield on. He's really hard to actually kill right now. We're gonna go ahead and give an X Ether to Terra because she's running low on MP. She's been casting 2 spells around. So Heiska and I guess we'll just go Thundaga. And we'll hope that these don't kill anybody important. Okay. I've always just felt like that the music in that one and the image of the guy on the right reminded me a lot of Sephiroth. Okay. Now we get Lady and Rest. And this is a really cool looking fight. this is what we want to steal from. Okay, I'm gonna pause for just a moment here and make sure that I remember what I'm doing. Okay, so we need to focus our attacks on the back one. And then we're gonna go... I think we're just gonna nuke it as hard as we can now. So let's go... Thundaga, Thundaga, see if that works. What? We'll just toss remedies all around real quick, because there's not another good way to heal. And then we'll do another double Thundaga. We're unfortunately probably going to lose Trance partway through the Kefka fight. And that is really unfortunate. And that is why we had the re-raise cast on everybody. Just in case they got hit with one of those effects at the end. And now, Kefka. Once again, as I've said multiple times throughout this is one of my favorite pieces of music in this game. I absolutely love this thing with Kefka. And this is also that very introductory piece of music. Kefka taunts everybody a bit again. And he's gonna, we lose all our status before this. Not, actually, maybe not all. I think he's gonna do something. Perfect. Okay, so Shadow was lined up to do a invisibility, which hopefully prevents Kefka from hitting us in between. Locke can steal a Mega Elixir here. And from here, we should be in the clear to just nuke him and heal. Yeah, animations on Kefka's attacks are just so cool. There we go. So we are gonna sit for the ending here. I'm gonna give you the heads up now that the ending is like 26 minutes long, I think it is. It's between 20 and 25 minutes, I think. I will probably be talking for the parts where it's relevant, and then backing off when there's nothing going on, because it's 20 minutes. And I'd rather not just talk about nothing. I will probably still babble, and prattle randomly. So, as this starts, we see Magicite beginning to fade. As Terra falls over, magic is disappearing. We see Terra step forward, but we see Celes come up beside her, the two primary protagonists. And Terra says she's going to use the last of her power to get everyone out. And then we get the start of the ending theme, the book, it's going to start going down the line. We're going to see some sort of object or icon that represents each character, accompanied by their theme. We get their full name as like a credit, even though we've never heard it before. And we see a little scene with each of those characters. While I do love this ending sequence, this is kind of it's neat that it embodies all the characters, but it kind of goes back to something I mentioned regarding what I would do to improve the game, which is a lot of these little sequences are very jarring as far as the emotion in them. We see Cyan, who has been a very... His story is not happy by any means, and we see him almost used as a comic relief piece here. Again. And it could be a levity thing. We see Setzer flip a coin to decide which way to go, and then change his mind. And quotes Daryl to basically go with his gut instead of flipping a coin, which is kind of cool. The Figaro theme, we see the double-headed coin, which has come up a couple times, and we see Edgar and Sabin represented there as two sides of the same coin. This is the best little piece of characterization we get for the relationship between Edgar and Sabin, in my opinion. Mog. another comic relief one. Again, we never really get much characterization for Mog, unfortunately. They do a little crane game joke. I understand them mixing it up a little bit, but yeah. Trying to get through the door, and instead of opening the door, Umaro goes through the wall. Which would have been nice on the way into the tower. Just saying. Go-Go? Go-Go is one I really wish they'd reveal more about. As I said, I'm pretty sure it's just a novelty character. But I've always liked the fan theory, based on the coloration and stuff, that Go-Go was Daryl. Until the very end there, when it would make it awful. And I've also heard Siegfried, but we can actually get we can actually find Siegfried with an S, I believe, later. Not the Siegfried with not the helpful Siegfried. So if it was this helpful Siegfried, it would make sense. Gao finds a shortcut to help them down the tower. Again, Gao's characterization basically comes down to he's kind of a pathfinder for them. He gives them the helmet and then gives them the way out of the tower, which kind of makes sense, but there's not much else to him. This is probably my little favorite piece, and I'm not going to talk as it goes through. Except just to say I love the way the themes are used. So, while I think it is a little bit silly for, Commander Celes to go back for a little trinket, that is the most beautiful piece of music. That little combination of the opera theme and Locke's theme, Celes and Locke's themes mix. And that little interaction, and Locke promising again they will never let go, that he promises he won't leave her, is perfect. We get the little nod with Terra. I'll also just take a moment to say here, the medley of the themes in general is really amazing. Like, this 20-minute track is one that I actually have had on multiple soundtracks and, that I just listen to sometimes. Another reprise of Realm's theme, which, again, doesn't come up very often and is one of my favorites. Grandpa, you can't give up yet. Realms theme and Strago's theme transition into Shadow's theme. Which again, while it's never fully explained during the game and we never actually see their relationship, this is the one that's always kind of bothered me, but at the same time makes sense. To an extent. As it basically implies that Shadow's going to commit suicide and go down with the tower. I've never really liked that. I understand it, but I don't like it. And we follow that up with another comedy little scene. It also just shows that Strago's going to try and do what he needs, no matter what. Which is fine. So we get to the end of the initial credits end sequence with the character introductions to the crumbling tower. Terra says, "Follow me," and takes off flying, which is an interesting decision to make as magic is fading away. The last piece of magicite fades. Airship takes off. You can see Terra's light starting to fade. See the kids from Mobliz on top of the falls as the Falcon swoops down. We see Katrin's having her baby. She kind of has this little moment that, you know, life goes on, that there was something to save. And we see everyone laid out flat after the dive, except Terra. You see Celis being the one to react. Once again. And she's okay. And it goes into the Falcon theme. Setzer's theme. And at this point, we get the actual credits, which are not nearly as exciting as the first part. It still has amazing music. It's got this neat little riff on Mode 7 that it does, and we see the airship flying across the clouds. considering when this game came out, I think, because this is like a 25-year-old game at this point, I think is about right. Almost that, if not that. So, I guess just for this last little section, I'm going to take a moment and just say, I've commented throughout this video about some of the downsides of this game. You know, I've talked about its flaws several times because those were the questions that were asked. So I just want to take a moment to reaffirm and say, this game is amazing. For the time it came out, the graphics have a very clean, realistic, grounded look that mostly hold up if they were just smoothed out a little bit and the Mode 7 got fixed. I mean, the actual sprites on top of the Mode 7 here don't look bad. It's just the Mode 7 that looks awkward as always. I do wish there was more characterization. I do wish there was a little bit more resolution to the story, because we see Kefka get defeated, but we don't really see what comes next. And we don't see a lot of that character development during the second half of the game. There's a lot of just blank slates. But the reason that I want more characterization is because they've done such a good job introducing these characters to us. They give you these people that you care about, that you have strong feelings about in some way. And while there are a few, we see, you know, the little pieces with Locke and Celes, the growth with Terra, little things with Cyan. Cyan goes through a lot of progression as it goes on. The relationship between Relm and Strago. While we don't see a lot of their relationship with other people, the relationship with each other is really strong. Finding out about Shadow's background, about Locke's background, about Edgar and Sabin's background. There's a lot of good story here. There's amazing characters here. I still think some of the best characters that have ever been put out by Final Fantasy, or in a Final Fantasy game. Dwayne and Katarine's baby. Again, that indication that life goes on. The things that they were fighting for are worthwhile. That there's people that they care about that they saved. And again, we see that just little reaction there. Terra waving. We see Relm and Strago moving up to stand beside each other. A little bit of stuff. You know, the house in Themaza gets rebuilt. Again, just this little exchange with body language there. Celes wanders off. Edgar goes up and makes some flirty comment, walks away. To stand beside Locke. Relm comes up and is giving Edgar crap. Sabin goes up and does the big brother thing to Edgar. We see them driving past Figaro there. We do get our little world tour, but we don't really see what happened. And once again, we get this indication as Terra steps forward. We see her let her hair down, blows in the wind on the front of the airship. I'm not 100% sure with that cliff. That's either the cliff that Cyan was on, or it's the cliff that Celes jumps off of if Cid dies, and I can't remember which. But either way, that's a very powerful symbol for them to just fly by at that point. Kind of leaving those places of isolation behind them. See Locke kind of giving this awkward look, waiting to see what happens next. And once again, just the expressiveness of the sprites is just really strong. That whole last little sequence, there's no dialogue. We just see the characters reacting, using the little sprite emojis, and it still says a lot. So, that was Final Fantasy VI. We are going to overwrite that file. And apparently accidentally go to the intro. So this game does, the GBA version, if you beat the game, lets you save there, which is why I did the steal there at the end. Because we got a couple items here, which I will go into more in the last time, or in the next time, but we have the Ragnarok Sword, which you may recognize as the other option we had with the Ragnarok Esper. This is the best sword in the game, or it will be. It's already a very good sword, but we're going to go and bet it in the Colosseum, and it's going to get even better. The other one that we got is a second Ultima weapon. Ultima weapon is attack is based on the current HP of the user, which makes it extremely abusable if we can actually get it going. So I will probably be using the Ultima weapon to get the Illumina, which is the other one, and we'll go into that more next time. For now, I have been Wraithgal. This has been Final Fantasy VI. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. I am going to look into doing the endgame, the post-game stuff, the Dragon's Den, but I haven't committed to that yet, as it were. I want to do a little bit of research first and plan my course of action. In the meantime, there is a lot of other content out there, and I do hope that you will check it out. If you have suggestions, I have not decided what my next big game is going to be yet. I do have a few other ones that were in progress that I've kind of put on hold because I really like this game, but please let me know. If you do have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments, or feel free to shoot me a message if you do know me. And as always, have a good one. Catch you next time.